Hello, students. This is our third chapter. Be courageous. Be courageous means be brave. Courageous or valor is the choice and willingness of fight agony, pain, and danger. They are the choice. And even when a person has the option of quitting away or surrendering, people who boldly face physical pain, hardship, threat, or death. The people who bravely face the pain, hardship, threats, and death, etc., are said to have physical courage, physical bravery. On the other hand, people who boldly face opposition, shame, scandal, discouragement, personal laws, etc., are said to have moral courage. They have moral courage who have faced the opposition, shame, scandals, discouragement. Various people show courage in different aspects of their life. For example, a soldier shows immense courage in battlefield. In the war field, the soldier shows his courage, his bravery. A policeman shows courage by handling dangerous people and things. A fireman shows courage by bravery by getting into a burning building. A child who gets injured while playing a cricket shows courage by going back to the ground after recovering, etc. So that all are courageous men. Moreover, a common man shows courage when he stands tall to face the challenges and problem of everyday life. In past, India produced many great souls. So in past, India produced many great souls who became famous because of their courageous deeds, braveries. Subhash Chandra Bose was one of them. So let's discuss about study about Subhash Chandra Bose's lives. Subhash Chandra Bose, popularly known as Netaji, was born on January 23, 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha. His parents were Jankinath Bose and Prabhavati. Netaji was brilliant at study from childhood itself. In his early childhood, he studied in a European Protestant school, Cuttack. Later, he shifted to the Ravenshaw Collegiate School. Netaji very often recollected the teaching of the headmaster of the school and praised him for their moral lessons, which he had planted in the mind of the students. In the year 1913, Netaji joined the Presidency College of Calcutta University and got his BA degree in 1919. In the same year, he was sent to England for higher studies in the Indian Civil Services at Cambridge University. So, but his patriotism did not allow him to stay in England for long. He loved his country very much. So, when he heard about the freedom movement of India under the leadership of Gandhiji, he returned to India in 1921. After reaching India, he looked he took part in the freedom struggle together with Gandhi ji. He became the voice of the young generation of India, joining hands with the Bhagat Singh. He organized a number of youth movements in the different parts of the country. So the Bhagat Singh has have the very big hand in the uh, freedom of India. They organize a number of youth uh, in different parts of the country. These movements were organized with an element of military discipline as a means of achieve freedom. In his speeches, he stressed on patriotism, integrity, sacrifice, and uncompromised, don't compromise with the Britishers, adherence to the cause of complete nation freedom. So he want complete national freedom. In 1929, in the famous Lahore session of the Congress, he announced, I am an extremist and my principle is all or none. He was arrested. So, because of that, he was arrested and sent to jail many times. The British were cruel toward him in the prison. Once, even his blood soaked clothes were exhibited in the public meeting. But, like a tiger in its cage, he roared at the British from the jail itself. In 1938, in the Haripura session of the Congress, he was elected as the president of the Indian National Congress. By that time, many people had become his followers. There, he announced, there is no power of earth that can keep India enslaved any longer. So, by this speech, he want to convey that India is no longer slave. He even visited the other countries starting from Japan. First he visited Japan. He formed the Azad Hind Fauj, Indian National Army. He spoke to its member, we shall curve our way curve our way through the enemy's rank, or if God will, we shall die in martyr's death. In the war, we die. The road to Delhi is the road to freedom. Delhi Chalo was the motto of the INA, Indian National Army. People helped Netaji in many ways, though Netaji earnestly worked for freedom. He could not see a free India. In August 1945, he was traveled to Japan with a few of his friends. Perhaps it was his last journey, as the Tokyo radio announced the sad news that Netaji lost his life in a plane crash. But many Indians, even today, do not really accept his death, that Netaji is still alive. Netaji has a place of distinction in the history of India's freedom struggle as the undying symbol of anti-imperialism. And Netaji remains a leader of hope and inspiration for all the oppressed communities, communities for all the communities of India. So that's all for today's class. We will give the exercise and question answers of this chapter in our next class. Thank you, students.